was having a discussion recently and one of the most common questions came up. Somebody basically said, how do we make sure that members and senior management take the role of mayor seriously? Now, I get asked this question a lot, and that is a real shame because generally mayors and council chairs don't seem to be taken particularly seriously within the council world, which is a shame because I obviously think they have a lot to offer. And I think the best way to get senior councillors and senior management to really take the role seriously is to show them what it can do. So give them examples of how a good mayor can really share the message of a council. Somebody like Lynn Sparks, who's featured as Mayor of the Month on my blog before. She's a great example of somebody who shares the council's message, spreads it around the community, particularly she does it very well on social media. That's a good example that you can share with your senior management and your members. Or you could look at Glenn, who's also appeared as Mayor of the Month. He's a wonderful example of how somebody can provide a really human face for a council, how he can go out into the community and show people that actually councils are made up of, well, people. Just normal, ordinary people that love their community and are working really hard to make it better. And so that's something that I think Glenn does particularly well, and you can find out more about him on the Mayor of the Month section of my blog. Or finally, you could look at somebody like Bob Smithersman, former Mayor of Worthing, who's a great example of a mayor who's managed to bring his community together. Partly through events, he started organising a Mental Health Awareness Week, really started to bring different aspects of his community together. So again, a mayor that's had a real impact on his community, that's done a really great job, who's a fantastic example for your members and for your senior management of the impact a mayor can have. And I think by using examples like Lynn, like Glenn, like Bob, we can actually educate people. We can educate councillors, we can educate senior management, we can educate them to understand what mayors have to offer to their council. We can help them to understand the real power that mayors have. And if the examples don't work, I have one question which I'd really like to ask all senior councillors and all senior staff. One question. It's pretty simple. The question is, who else on your council meets thousands of people every week? Because if you've got somebody else that's out there in the community meeting literally thousands of people a week, speaking to literally thousands of people a week, appearing in the media every week, appearing on social media, on blogs, on the internet, literally all of the time, if you've got somebody else like that, then use them as the mainstay of your communication strategy. If you haven't, then I suggest you start looking at what a really good mayor could do for you. So these are just some of my thoughts on how we can try and educate members and senior management about the fantastic things that mayors can do for them. There's more examples of fantastic mayors doing a great job in their communities on my Mayor of the Month section of my blog, so have a look at those. And if you've got a question that you'd like me to answer, just pop your details in the box up there. I'll endeavour to get in touch with you personally and do a little video explaining my ideas on your question and what I think we can do to improve what you're worried about. Or you can email me on info@theciviccoach.com and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. So my name's Duncan Baskerville Brown. I'm the Civic Coach. Thank you very much. Good night.